realistic. They look in that mirror and they say, I should be president, not him. So I said, despite that, it's a very friendly group. And it really is many, many friends and very competent people. Over the past year, we've already achieved a historic turnaround for our country. With unprecedented speed, we solve intractable problems. We really have done something. It's been an incredible first year for all of us. We've transformed stagnation into growth, weakness into strength, and chaos into order, liberty, and justice. We have done that. Today, our border is secure. Murders are at a 125-year low. Think of that. Core inflation is the lowest in 5 years and going down. Prices are going down really rapidly. We inherited a mess, and we brought them down a lot, and we're going to go still further. And our military is more powerful than ever before, and we're just respected all over the world. Like I would say, we have maybe never been, but certainly not for many decades. Working with your states wherever we can achieve so much more. Your governors, you're great people, you're great leaders. You're just about all very popular. I know every one of you, and you've all had a pretty easy time becoming governor. That's because you've done really good work. From Thomas Jefferson to today, America's governors have been among the smartest, most creative, most talented Americans our country has ever produced. So many people, they leave other positions. I will not say the Senate, but we can say that, and they want to be governor. Would you explain that to me, Mr. Governor? And we're going to save the Great Salt Lake. You know that, right? He's got a problem. He came in to see me today. These are the kind of things. He said, sir, we have to save the Great Salt Lake. I said, explain this to me, please. And in that city called Salt Lake City, somebody said, where is it located? I said, it's located in Salt Lake City, right? So he said, we're losing water rapidly, and it's getting smaller, drier. And you tell those people we're going to work on it really hard. We're going to save it. We're not going to let that go. That is what I call a real environmental problem, not using hairspray and I'm going to ruin the ozone, okay? I'm in my apartment in Trump Tower. The building is totally sealed off, and if I use hairspray, they say, sir, you're creating an environmental hazard. That's not the kind of thing we want to talk about. But saving the Great Salt Lake, that's what we're going to be doing, okay? So this was a good trip for you, Governor, and I'll tell you what, because I heard you're the most popular guy there. Now, we put out a statement, and you're in pretty good shape. But there's no coincidence that 17 governors have gone on to become the President of the United States. I'm not surprised by that at all. Whether it's reforming education, defending public safety, bringing back manufacturing from overseas, or responding to natural disasters, like I think they could call that a natural disaster, I view each of you as essential partners in our mission to make America great again, and just in time for America 250. This is a big deal. I invite everyone in this room to bring forward ideas and opportunities to better serve our people, and in turn, never hesitate to let us know if there's anything we can do for you. This administration is open and available. I met with Governor Abbott today, and you had a couple of requests, unfortunately. He always says very expensive. You know, it's Texas. And he did tell me I got the greatest vote in the history of Texas by far, and that's an honor. But it's Texas. It's always big dollars, but I always approve them for Texas, right? So we've taken care of business. I hope everyone here tonight will be back in Washington this summer as we celebrate the glory of the unique heritage of your individual states with a Great American State Fair, and you know all about it. Our National Mall is going to be transformed into something that's actually unbelievable. But first we have to clean up some mess that Maryland and Virginia left us. We're going to be cleaning it up. It's unbelievable what they can do with incompetence. Together we're going to make our 250th year the greatest in the history of our country. And we have a couple of other events coming up also very shortly thereafter. We have the World Cup, and we have the Summer Olympics, and the World Cup has gone out with their tickets, and more than double, they've sold more than double what they've ever sold before, way early. And it's unbelievable. The numbers they've done, Susie, are unbelievable. They just came back, and it's really, really special. It's going to be something that I think that there will be nothing like this period of time. You know, when the election was rigged and I missed my normal second term, I said, this is terrible. But I was the one that got the Olympics, and I was the one that got the World Cup. The problem was I was going to be president for another 4 years, and this was going to take place. Mr. Governor, you're doing a good job in Louisiana. We did a good job in that very special city of yours, too, with crime, didn't we? He said you cleaned it out. New Orleans, we cleaned it out. You never had, and your Mardi Gras was a big success, right? But we have so many different things that we can be so proud of, and what's going to happen and what has happened when this horrible event took place with the election, 2020. And I said, this is terrible. And then I said, you know what, I got to do it again because we did so well in that second election. I said, I got to do it again. And I did it again, and then all of a sudden they're saying, sir, the Olympics are coming up. Sir, the World Cup's coming up. Sir, 250 years is coming up. Now, I took credit for the Olympics, I took credit for the World Cup, and I'm trying to take credit for the 250 years, but I'm not getting away with it. I'm getting hammered. I'm getting hammered. I tried to take credit for 3, but I'll take credit for 2 of the 3. But we're going to have an incredible few years. I mean, we're going to have something special. And, you know, factories are being built all over the country at numbers. I don't know if you saw, but they did job reports, just came out, and the numbers of construction jobs is at a record. Well, those jobs are at a record because they're building plants and factories all over the country. The Dow hit 50,000. When I got elected, they said it would be great if he could hit 50,000 by his 4th year, by the end of his 4th year. And I hit it by the end of my 1st year. And then we hit 7,000 on the S&P, and 7,000 was even more difficult. They said it's probably impossible in 4 years, but 5 or 6 years out, well, we did it in 1 year, and you're all the beneficiaries of it. So I just want to thank you. I want to congratulate you for all of the incredible work you've done. Now, we're with some very special reporters tonight. I often say the fake news, but I will not say that tonight, even though I'm on live television. I will not call you fake news, okay? As the cameras are roaring and they're saying, that guy always gets. But we have tonight incredible entertainment, as good as you'll ever see anywhere in the world. We have the greatest violinist in the world, and we had an event here about 2 months ago, and she played with Andrea Bocelli right in this room, and she blew the roof off, as they say. She was unbelievable. And when I thought of the governor's dinner, I said, we have to invite her back. So we invited her back. She's here tonight. And of course, we have these genius military musicians who are as good as any musicians in the world. So I said to myself, the press has been relatively fair to me over the last year, meaning they've been bad but not horrible. And I said, if you'd like, should we, by vote, allow the press to watch the great finale that we have planned tonight with the musicians? If you'd like to do it, you can do it. And look at them. They're all dressed up and all looking beautiful. So if you'd like, should we vote, governors? Who's in favor of letting the media watch the great finale tonight of the greatest musicians in the world? I'm in favor. Anybody in favor? Okay. Well, you win by a slight, it's not exactly unanimous, but that's all right. We understand they are politicians after all. So if you'd like to come back a little bit later, we'd love to have you. You'll see some unbelievable entertainment. So governors and spouses and everybody that's here, and my cabinet members, my great cabinet members, so many are here. I just want to thank you for doing a fantastic job. Our country is back on track. We had a horrible, horrible dead country. 1.5 years ago, we were dead. Now we have the hottest country anywhere in the world, as said by many leaders of the world. And speaking of leaders, we have a great leader, a great military leader named Pete Hegseth, and he is going to say grace. He's a man who turned out to be absolutely fantastic at what he does, and you know what he does. And he's turned out to be an incredible inspiration to the men and women in our military. Again, a year and a half ago, 2 years ago, we couldn't get anybody to go into the military. We couldn't get them for the police, for the military, for anything, for firefighters, anything with a uniform on, Governor, right? And now we're setting records in even police departments, fire departments, but the Army, Navy, Air Force, Marines, Space Force, Coast Guard, we have waiting lists to get in. In fact, if you'd like to make those great services larger, this is an awfully good time to do it. Let's make them larger if you want. But we've never had anything like it. We went from a year and a half ago, nobody wanted to join. We could not even come close to our recruitment numbers. And now we're setting records. We have never had anything like it. And all it is spirit and love for our country. It's very simple. So you have done a fantastic job, and Pete, you are doing incredible, and please say grace. Thank you.